Are you interested in learning magic and somebody recommended to you this book? No? Sign of the times.
I don't know how you did that. You fooled the heck out of me.
Hello everyone. Today I'm in another ambiguous filming location to talk to you about Harry Lorayne's The Magic Book from 1977, of all things, because this is a book that doesn't really get a lot of attention, and I think lots of people are missing out by not knowing what information is in this book. Let me give you a little bit of history first. Harry Lorayne was an American memory expert. His work can still be found today in Barnes & Noble, but among magicians he was known for his extensive amount of work on magic tricks, mainly with playing cards. Sadly, in 2023, he passed away at the age of 96, but even today you can still study his work. I personally hadn't heard of this book, and a lot of magicians I've talked to weren't super familiar with it either. It wasn't until I saw this video by a UK-based magician named Michael Vincent that it really caught my attention. I bought it on Amazon and probably didn't even really touch it until 2021 when I saw another magician mention it in an interview. As I was analyzing the material, it kind of dawned on me that this was all material that was within my capabilities to learn and do, and it was good. And I believe it has withstood the test of time, or at least aged better than some other things. Normally when you get into magic, you're told to look at the Tarbell course, or the Mark Wilson course, or the Joshua J course. Maybe you'll come across the Nick Einhorn books, which are actually all right as well. But this one rarely comes up, and I think that's a shame because this contains a lot of magic that someone who's just casually interested in magic can actually do. The material in other magic books teaches tricks that might require you to build a certain prop, or have a certain prop, or have a deck of cards set up in a certain way, making scarves appear in cardboard boxes, or tricks with silk handkerchiefs and rope and sponge balls and billiard balls. All those things are good if you're doing like a stage show, but not every single person has that opportunity. They're really just trying to learn some things to show to their friends off the cuff. And they don't have time to set up or anything. They just want to pick up a deck of cards or some coins and start. And the majority of the material in this book allows you to do that. One of the other nice things about this book is that this book does not read like a textbook. It reads like there's a magician sitting next to you and he's explaining all the little nuances. And the way that is coming across in the text is because at the end of each trick, he has an afterthought section where he's able to highlight any important points in the trick, so that way those points don't get lost in the explanation. Now here's an afterthought from me. I've been saying this whole time on this channel that there are magic tricks that are within the public domain that you shouldn't have to pay to learn. And so why am I telling you to go seek out this book if the information is already out there for you to learn? I think Harry Lorayne is a better teacher than what you can find on YouTube in this case. In my generic magic tutorials playlist, all those videos are from various different people. And so by purchasing this book or learning from it, having a consistent voice is going to maintain a consistent quality in the material, and I think that's more valuable. I would even tell you to seek out this book over the playlist I created on this channel. One of the interesting things about this book is that the author doesn't hold your hand. And what I mean by that is some of the material is a little challenging. Some of it requires that you have an entire card hidden in your hand, or that you're handling two cards in a certain way. And most magic books, most beginner magic books, usually just tell you to have the deck set up a certain way, and then the way that deck is set up will help you accomplish the trick. Where this there's a lot more technical ability that needs to be gained by you in order to accomplish some of these things, which is, I think, better to have that mentality from the get-go as opposed to picking up a book, then picking up another one that has a little harder material and saying, that's too hard for me. Better that you understand that this is the like a baseline expectation of you when you're starting in Magic. Think of it as like if you're learning to juggle. In juggling, there's a standard like cascade sequence, as it's called. There's no easy way around learning to juggle. You have to be able to juggle 3 balls. Whereas with card Magic, it is kind of a requirement that you are able to shuffle a deck of cards, be able to control those cards, and handle them in a way that will allow you to accomplish some deceptive magic. Now, this book also has its fair share of things that don't really qualify as magic, but it's not as much as some of the other books. There's a chapter on mathematical tricks. There's tricks with cigarettes that you probably won't do. But for the rest of the material in this book, if someone asked you to do a magic trick and you showed them something from this, they would perceive what you did as a magic trick as opposed to you showing some sort of playground novelty to them, like the floating finger trick. In most other magic courses, you get a magic course and you read from it, and a lot of the things are actually mentalism tricks, and more than likely the ratio between mentalism tricks and magic tricks, mentalism usually outweighs the magic tricks. I have not done a count on the material on this book, but I did just now, and there does appear to be more magic tricks than mentalism tricks. The unfortunate thing about this book, however, is that you can't find it on Amazon that easily anymore. It used to be something that was pretty readily available on Amazon, and now it's gone. However, the solution to study this book is to purchase the PDF available from conjuringarts.org. It's a $20 PDF. You can have it on your phone. You won't leave home without it. Pretty nice, right? I would even go as far to say pick up this book before you pick up these 2 other books that are often recommended. Pick up this book before you pick up Royal Road to Card Magic and J.B. Bobo's Modern Coin Magic. Because with this book, you're going to get right to the meat of card magic and coin magic, where those other books are kind of going to take their time, and some of the effects are going to be a bit more involved than what a person in 2023 might need. If you have an interest in magic, you'll look at those books eventually at some point, but get this one first. One of the themes or phrases that comes up a lot on my channel is like, oh, this product is good if you're older than 10 or under 10. It is a bit text heavy. I would say if you're older than 10, this is a better book to pick up. Now, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but if you would like a free sampler of some of the material that's covered in this book, there is an old video of Harry Lorayne teaching basic card handling, as well as the first trick that's in this book and a couple of others. Now, this particular video is bootlegged. I can't endorse that, but I have watched the video myself, and I think it'll give you a good idea of what's covered in this book before you actually buy it. And you know what? The video has been up for so long that I think the person that does have the rights doesn't even really care that it's up there. I don't even know if they're around anymore. And once you're finished with this book is a great introduction to the work of Harry Lorayne. So you can go from here right into Harry Lorayne's close-up card magic and expand on the knowledge that you've already gained. So I did make this video kind of on the spot today. I did have like this whole script that I wrote out that I didn't follow at all. I just want to close by saying that this book does not get as much attention as I think it really deserves. A lot would be different if more people knew about this book and had it in their hands. Now, I don't know whether to actually go off this idea, but I feel like in every family there should be at least someone who has an interest in magic, and I think this needs to be the work that they've studied from, at least as a basic education. I would say this book, absolutely. Well, that's all for today. I will see you next time when I think we'll be looking at a new beginner magic book.
Here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to reach in, pull out any card, turn it face up and lay it right here, and any card you pull out and turn face up will immediately find the last ace. So anytime you're ready, reach in, pull out any card, turn it face up, lay it on the table so everybody can see it. That's a king. Look, K-I-N-G, king. I don't know how you did that. You fooled the heck out of me.